Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to my spare room. My name is Jesse James, and today I'd like to show you something pretty cool that I made, or at least worked on. This is my Leslie speaker cabinet for guitar, and it is a real Leslie rotary speaker, and it only cost me about $100. So let me kind of tell you how this came about. I actually have a Hammond with a rotary speaker over there. It's I believe an 80s kind of model. It has a built-in Leslie speaker with 2 speeds. It has drawbars. It also has some weird features like drum machine, which is pretty awful. And it's not a tube Hammond. It is transistor based. But I've used it on a couple things, and I like the way it sounds. I like being able to have the Leslie that goes from fast speed to slow speed. So a few months ago, I was browsing Craigslist, and I saw a listing for the speaker and motor assembly out of an organ similar to this, listed on Craigslist for $50. And I went and picked it up because I thought it would be cool to have a spare speaker and baffle and motors for a project. And it is actually a belt-driven baffle in front of a speaker, and it has 2 speeds, but it actually has 2 motors. So what I ended up having to do to set this up is I got just like a standard pedal enclosure off of Amazon, and I got a relay that would switch between 2 120 volt, basically wall power lines. So you plug this into the wall, and it gets a signal, and then it's going to switch between two power lines from the wall. And I chose the relay to be activated by 5 volts because 5 volts is typically what like a USB power supply wall wart to charge your phone would give off. So I've got a pedal enclosure. I've got this relay that's going to be hooked up to wall power. And then what I actually did was I got an old Apple USB charger and a USB cable. And I stripped the 2 cables off of the USB cable, the power and a ground, and I wired them into like a standard 1/4-inch jack, and completed the circuit with the relay. So what I can do is I can plug in a 1/4-inch foot switch, like this one I've got here, which came with one of my Fender amps, and this is plugged into the relay box that is inside of the Leslie speaker. And that's what switches power to each of the motors from the slow speed to the fast speed. And at first I had this cool little solid state guitar head. This is a Hotone or Hot One, just little bitty, I don't know if it's 5 watt or whatever, guitar head that I was able to mount inside the box. And what this box is actually is like an end table that I got at an estate sale for $10. It had a couple drawers in it. What I did is I took the drawers out, and then I took the whole table apart, put the speaker with the baffle inside, and then I glued the table back together. And then I just grabbed some speaker cloth off the internet and put that on the front. And then I put a little door there with a hinge so that I could reach inside to be able to access the electronics. And I had this little solid state guitar head mounted inside, but recently I just went down to Emerald City Guitars in Seattle, and they had on sale this 5 watt custom guitar head that's all tube. So I picked that up because I thought it would be cooler to run the Leslie off of tubes. So let's plug a guitar in and let's see how it sounds. So I've got my Tele here. I've got it plugged in to the custom, and the Leslie speaker and baffle setup, of course, is just a speaker. It's no amplifier. So I have this, you have to have some kind of amp plugged into it. Like I said, I had this little solid state guy. Now I have a tube, a 5-watt tube amp, which is perfect for this. I do believe it's either a 6 or an 8-inch speaker, 8 ohm speaker, so most things can run that. And if we plug the guitar in and we're on the slow speed and we give it a couple strums, and if you're wearing headphones, it'll be a lot more evident, the stereo effect as the baffle spins around and around. It's directing the sound out of the speaker to go in a circle, basically. And I have 2 little pencil mics set up in stereo, and I'll have those panned hard so that if you're wearing headphones, you'll be able to hear it pretty well. Now if we switch to the fast speed, as you can tell, it's a pretty pronounced effect. Now let's hear it with some overdrives. Cool. And so I have a little MXR Duke of Tone that I had laying around, so I can plug that in and we can hear it with some overdrive. This is the neck pickup again. And we can switch to the faster speed. So yeah, all in all, this is my little Leslie guitar cabinet. It'll handle supposedly probably about 30 watts, 20 watts at 8 ohms. I have a little 5-watt guitar head plugged into it, so that should be perfect. It cost me probably about $100. If you go online, you can find similar speaker baffle motor arrangements for sale. They're a little bit more expensive, but it's a pretty cool DIY option at a low cost for having a Leslie speaker set up, and you could use this for guitar, you could use it for whatever you like. Hope you enjoy this video. Like and subscribe for more. We'll see you next time. Thanks.